What's going on YouTube? Tyler here with Balls Neutral Media, and we just got done with Bud's Creek. First thing we're going to talk about, let's congratulate 250, 450, and the women's MX. Hayden Deegan, two-time motocross champion, five-time champion. And we got Jet Lawrence for the 450s, two-time champ in 450s. And Lachlan Turner.
Yeah. WMX champ.
WMX. So congratulations to all of you guys. It was awesome. I can't wait for SMX, but yeah, let's get into the 250s because it was some pretty good racing. I love Bud's Creek.
We finally got to see a little bit out of Cole Davies, see what he's capable of. I still think somebody needs to teach him how to be a dog a bit because he's very passive on the track. But hey, it was a good show out for his second turnout at Pro Motocross.
Yeah.
Looking pretty good. Hayden Deegan, not looking too bad, wrapping it up. But Joe Shimoda was flying.
He looked
flying.
Good. Yeah.
We finally have Levi Kitchen rounding out top three on the podium. And he went 4 and 3. So finally a good showing from Kitchen. How do we feel about that?
I thought it was awesome. I know he's definitely had some downs these past couple weeks or, these past races, but it was really good to see him making those charges, those aggressive passes, even on his teammates, Drew Adams, and battling with Seth Hemaker. And I know Garrett Marchbanks was also up there for a while, especially in Moto 2. Everybody, you had Thrasher, Deegan,
Drew Adams up there.
Drew Adams, all the PC guys up there, and Joe Shimoda in the mix on HRC Honda. So, I mean, I thought it was awesome. We guessed Hayden was going to go 1-1, especially after that last race at Unadilla. But, he looked really good and smooth. And as we saw after the race, I think it was, after Moto 2 when he was on stage, I guess he told Duffy, yo, I'm going sprint laps. I'm doing sprint laps. And he went out and did it.
Ass.
Dude, it was awesome. It was awesome.
And to be fair, we did show 1-1. And that is what Hayden got on track.
Yep.
But he was docked a position we had a lot of red flags and a lot of restarts this weekend in the 250 class.
We did, yeah.
So Deegan was docked a position, but he did go 1-1 technically. And this is weirdly how Cole Davies gets his first Moto overall win.
Well, Joe got docked too. So
exactly,
him and Joe.
Because him and Joe got docked, which gave the Moto win to or Davies. Not overall, but it gave the win to Cole Davies. Yeah.
I thought Davies was, dude, it was really good at seeing Davies up there, especially after that last weekend at Unadilla. But yeah, Joe, I thought he was going to catch him Moto 2 and we were going to see a little bit of a battle, but Deegan was putting on those sprint laps no matter what. Even if he had the championship clinched up after Moto 1, he was still showing, hey, I'm the best out there.
As I said last week, he's going to put on a show and be like, I'm kicking ass.
Yeah.
And that's fine. You kicked ass in the final Moto and didn't clinch it till you had to at the end.
Yeah.
You should have had it done, brother.
Dude,
here's all I'm saying. Joe Shimoda, he had broken fingers all of SMX and was still riding good. Or all of SX, right, for Supercross. Now we're going into SMX. He's had speed all outdoors, and he's matched. He's really finding his groove. All Supercross, he was looking good, even though he was injured. Now he's coming off of all the speed he's gained and kept maintained
Yeah.
all throughout motocross. I think we're about to see that battle between Hayden and Joe at SMX. And it sure would be a shame if Joe had enough and put him into the berm. That would definitely change a lot of plans for the 450 season, I would gather. So
Yeah.
it's going to be fun racing when SMX comes. Also,
Dude, yeah. I can't wait.
we got MXO. Hey, I'm excited.
Oh, yeah. Garrett Marchbanks taking the third overall in points as well. So PC is up there, which is awesome. Drew Adams taking the Rookie of the Year reward, which is awesome. Good for him. I thought he put on a great show this outdoor season, stepping it up, skipping futures, respond to the call to Mitch, put me in. I love it. I thought he did fantastic. We also know that VL wasn't feeling comfortable. He looked good in the beginning of Moto 1.
Until he tucked it.
Yeah, tucked it. Didn't feel comfortable. Didn't race Moto 2. And then, unfortunately, on one of the red flags, Juju Bomir, he ended up hitting Parker Ross's back tire. A lot of people are like, oh, it was like Parker's fault or it was, Juju's fault. I think it was just a racing incident. Parker was down. He was getting up. From my view, he was getting on it. Obviously, Bomir had a lot more speed coming in and out of that corner. And, probably just didn't look up in time because you saw the guy in front of Juju totally go around Parker. So, just a racing incident. I don't think it's anybody's fault, but I am bummed that he went down, and I hope he's okay. But it was definitely some great racing. Track looked phenomenal. Those ruts were insane coming up and down those hills. A lot of great battles, like we said, with the PC guys. And I was just pumped. Hayden was, I'm sure you saw that one part where he was going up the hill and he bounced up off of a little roller and took his feet off and tucked it like underneath the fenders and the exhaust, and it brought his bike like up. I thought that was sick. Like instead of scrubbing over, Stewart's like, oh, instead of scrubbing over, he's just gonna jump over the thing perfectly. And the kid is just so much style, so much grit, dude. I'm excited for 2026 and what happens with him on 450s.
And I think we can get into more of that when we wrap up the 450 talk.
Yes.
But I will say the way I feel Hayden rides is with a saying called with reckless abandon. I think this dude is more concerned with being the fastest than being, and it's weird because he rides a razor thin line between extremely stylish and holy shit, are you good? Are you okay? Because like we've seen, remember the gnarly scrub he did next to Kitchen?
Yes.
It was a save and not a scrub, but people were like, it looked clean as hell. And I was like, yeah, dude, I'd be shitting my pants. I'd be shitting my pants.
Yeah, that was
I'd
sick.
be so scared.
That was
I'd be pulling a CJ Tucker. I'm so scared right now.
I'm so scared right now. Dude,
but like, so we'll see if it transfers over to the 450. The other thing, though, is what people I think aren't factoring in is when you go to the 450, you have these dudes who have tamed those bikes over years of practice. If you try and reckless abandon past them, you're now risking a lot with that power on that 450. People in this class going to shut that down real quick. So it'll be fun.
Speaking, since we're on that topic, with Hayden and kind of, his personality and the way he talks, kind of like a softer MMA fighter, as you will, before
Sure.
a fight. Do you think not just Jet, but a lot of the 450 guys, you know, like Barsha, Anderson, like are gonna even put up with it with him on the track?
I think that the question lies in what did they do to Jet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's respect there from some people. Anderson doesn't give a fuck how good Jet is doing. He'll grab the helmet, he'll rip his hand off the helmet. That's your goody two shoes Jet that he's doing that to. If Deegan says suck it to Anderson, he's of fighting age. Anderson will pounce on him, right? Now, I don't imagine that happening, but like
No,
if
yeah.
Deegan tries to stuff Anderson, he's going to have the same problem Jet
Yeah.
did for a while. And it followed him for a while where we were like, oh, dude, he's
Jet
getting
and
next to
Hunter.
Anderson.
And Hunter. Yeah, both the brothers.
Right. So I think for me, it's like when you ask me, how do you think the 450 class is going to deal with Aiden? Just as they have every other young kid who thought he could be the best, they're going to challenge him.
Oh,
They're going
100%.
to challenge him. Roxon's already dealt with when Jet let him buy and was like, a gift for being a dad. That pissed that man off.
Yeah.
If Deegan goes in trying to be like, and I'm going to be the greatest of all time, and it's his rookie year, brother, Jet's rookie year, he went undefeated. I don't think Hayden's going to go undefeated with
No.
Jet on the line, Hunter on the line. I just don't see that happening. Now,
100%.
crazier things have happened. Ryan Dungey was picked up after a C class race in one championships. Anything could happen. Anything could happen. With that being said, there are people who have learned that bike far longer than you have that are still struggling to catch certain people.
Yeah.
So I think we'll see when we get to the first rounds of motocross. But right now, I'm more interested in the dominance, right? We're talking about 250s wrapping it up. Joe Shimoda
Yep.
joining Honda HRC in getting um, the manufacturer award for the year.
Yeah. That
Most
was awesome.
consistent. The
Yeah.
Lawrence brothers going 1-2 almost every moto. They're the dominant manufacturer. I'm happy that we got Kawasaki up there somewhat with, Marchbanks getting in there in the overall point standings by the end of the season. Um, I will say, wrapping it up with the 250s, something we'll talk about in the 450s as well is what the fuck is going on with the European riders? I have no clue what's going on.
Yeah.
And I saw some talks and stuff recently. I saw a post. Don't know if it's being talked about, but somebody was like, "What's up with these riders lately just giving up?" And Sexton, I guess, responded and was like, "You don't know what's going on behind the." And it's like, chill, dude. If you feel victimized by the word quit, maybe
I did see that.
you
I
know.
definitely saw that and Chase's response to that. Yeah.
But my thing is this, bro. If people say quit and you get offended, that's not real. That's not really something that can be contested. That's not something to fight. Nobody's sitting here going, everybody's quitting. I'm going, why do we have it that Chase Sexton is missing clumps of an entire season? Comes back, crashes, is off. We've got Jorge Prado in the 450 class, right? Who's getting good starts with a shit gate because he didn't even qualify for the motos, right?
Yeah.
But he's getting in, making it happen. And then next thing you know, he's getting beat by privateer cowies. There's something going on. When we've got Tom Vial looking like gold in the first moto, and all of a sudden he's not. And it's like, is it a manufacturer thing with KTM and Kawasaki right now? Because those are the teams where we have people stepping out. We don't have Eli Tomac going, couldn't get the bike right last weekend, taking 5 rounds off. So, yeah, I don't know what's happening behind the scenes. I'm only commenting on what you've given us. And
Yeah.
I'm talking manufacturers, riders, the AMA. Brother, what do you mean? We're watching a sport where the professionals are sitting out for 6 weeks and not telling anybody why. There's rumors of teams being traded and moving to and from. So we're
Yeah.
sitting here going, I don't know what's going on, but from what it looks like to me, it looks like people are just not wanting to race. It looks like they're quitting. And I'm not talking about my perspective. I'm talking about what somebody tweeted. And it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, if you get mad at it, brother, we're the fans. We're the fans watching the sport. If anybody in football watched their major quarterback get benched for 6 weekends and nobody knew why, they'd be saying the same shit, right? If back during the Chicago Bulls, Michael Jordan's out for 6 weeks, we probably want to know why if we're a Bulls fan. Do you get what I'm saying?
No,
So it's like,
absolutely.
yeah, all of us are wondering, Tom Vial, why didn't you feel comfortable for the second moto? Right? Are there
Yeah.
bike things happening? Right?
With
What's going on?
with that comment though, that I don't think Chase was really complaining or, bitching or anything like that. I think it was more of just like there's so much that goes on behind the scenes that, they're on contract. They're not supposed to talk about a lot of things, as you know, as we all know. And
Sure.
I think I feel like Prado is the only one that's kind of been doing that. So when people see everybody going from different teams and stuff like that more this year, I mean, it's almost like football. You could get traded even if you have a contract. You could go to another team. You could do all these things. If Prado quits, he has to pay Cowie. If Cowie lets him go, they have to pay him for that. So I don't think Cowie's gonna just, oh, here you go. And I don't know if you saw Prado's post. He posted real quick. He said P6 overall in the pro motocross standings. It was a very tough season to say the least. Cruising around every single race was heartbreaking for me, especially knowing my capabilities. Never felt comfortable on the bike, not even a bit. This builds to an unsafe feeling on it. Didn't expect this year to go this way at all. Hope to be happy to be in one piece and fit. Hopefully we're back where we belong soon. So, a lot of from when we've grown up, just how the sport is, like, there, you don't see Chase Sexton really sitting there bad mouthing KTM or anything like that. I mean, if they do it, it's in a very professional, respectable way. You're still wearing their brand. You're still riding for the team. You have to have that respect. And that just comes also with years of experience and maturing. Prado, I get it. It's his first time here. The bikes are, like we've talked about, so much different. But at the same time, like you said, there was privateers beating him. We all saw him gave up almost every race. And I know we talk about it all the time. And we did say, if he doesn't get fit, we're not talking about him. But
but what I'm saying is this: when it comes to all of this talk,
100%, yeah,
is this, bro, nobody should give a shit if somebody goes, hey man, I made this team deal and I'm just trying to get comfortable on the bike. I just don't feel comfortable yet. That shouldn't be a fireable offense. You're having to tweak the bike every single weekend, are you not?
Yeah.
Can we attest every rider in the history of motorsports in motocross has talked at length after they've retired? Yeah, dude, that bike I didn't feel comfortable on at all.
Yeah.
Why can't we talk about that? Is it going to make people not buy the Kawasaki?
It probably. That's the thing.
Sure.
It's a manufacturer manufacturer politics.
Sure. KTM's still selling bikes, whether Chase is out there riding or not.
Yep.
Plessinger was doing good, right? If it wasn't for, and this is the other thing, Plessinger's been open with us. Nah, I've been feeling bad. I'm getting medical tests. This is a health thing. When we get nothing from with Prado, we know what's going on. I don't like the bike.
He tells us
I don't
press
like the
day
bike.
every day.
Maybe it's a European thing of why would I shy away? You're asking me. It's a bike. I'm trying to get comfortable on the bike. Is there a problem with the bike? Not as much as a problem, as much as I don't feel comfortable on it to go as fast as I did on, and if my memory serves me correct, gas.
Yes. Yeah.
Right? So if he's going, hopefully we'll be where we belong. Well, who's gas 450? That's Barsha right now, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Maybe he goes to gas soon. I don't know.
Yeah.
But my thing is, whether it's Prado, whether it's Sexton, whether it's this, don't get mad at fans. And I'm not even saying getting mad. That's not really what I mean. I guess what I'm saying is, if you're reacting because you think people are upset at you, people are only upset by the fact that they don't have any context for why their rider's not there, right?
Yeah, I get that.
Meanwhile, championships are being won, points are being gained. You are getting further and further from the goal, right?
Yeah.
And I get it. I agree with Chase when he goes, we're not quitting, man. Some of us dedicate our lives to this. I saw an interesting response to that, which was, when you're not making millions and have all the clout in the world, maybe I'll give a shit. Until then, why aren't we racing? And it was like, we're going to say that's not a valid take, to be like, hey, man, if every fan has to buy a Peacock subscription, if all of us are tuning in and we don't know what's going on with the rest, are the tracks too dangerous? Are the bikes too fast to where riders are like, I'm not comfortable in this? Are they too slow? What's going on? Why can't this be a conversation that riders can have? Why can't it be, yeah, man, the sport's elevating to a degree where, like, we may need to chill on some shit, right? How many riders have gotten hurt in the last 3 seasons?
Quite a few.
Do you see what I mean?
Lot, yeah.
But that's what I'm talking about, dude. Michael Mosiman just came back just to have that gnarly wreck. We've talked about this a bunch, but it's like, I understand contracts. I get it. But I think I'd rather have an understanding of what's going on than just hearing every 2 weeks that a rider's taking a hiatus and no one knows why. Or, hey, how come this rider just about got the whole shot every fucking race and didn't even qualify?
Yeah.
Right? How come Tom Vial was leading, looking phenomenal, tucks the front end, and all of a sudden, I'm not starting next race? What is it? Are the bikes unsafe? Are the riders being worked to death? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
What's the sport going to look like? But like, it's like I said, the main two we're talking about right now are Cowie and KTM. Cowie's the only one where, like, we've had riders straight up be like, hey, in the 250 class, we're watching Levi Kitchen struggle. We're watching Marchbanks get up there, and then struggle. Get up there, and then struggle. We're watching it across the board. Tom Vial, Julian Beaumer, same issues. So I'm just kind of looking at the broad scope of things and being like, yeah, I don't really care what Chase's response was to it. I give a fuck about the fact that the premise of the question is valid. Of like, it seems like people are quitting. Well, dude, we're not quitting.
They're quitting, like, yeah.
And it's that where it's, well, dude, I'm not saying it in a negative connotation. You walked off the track.
Well, he walked off the track. He tried getting off the track like 4 times and left the bike there. You can't push it over there. It's locked up.
Sure. But what I'm saying is, Of course the public's gonna frame it that way.
Yeah.
Of course they're gonna be like, "There he goes walking off the track." I don't think anybody thinks that these people are quitting, but when we watch Prado go from top 5 to 20th in one moto, yeah, dude, some people are gonna be like, "It looks like quitting.
Did you hear
It looks like quitting."
podcast with, or the pod with AC and JB on that too? They were saying like, dude, just let him go.
Hang it up.
Hang it up.
Hang it up. Go back.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because, like, I mean, look at Marvin Muscan didn't have crazy problems when Hurlings came
Different
over.
bikes.
He didn't, I know, but all different
Yeah.
bikes, but they're all European riders.
Yeah.
So it's
Ben
like,
Townley, what
Yeah.
are we talking about? Right, we can go on for days.
No,
The
yeah.
Lawrence brothers came from MXGP, made the adjustment.
You
took 'em
just
a
got
couple
to
of
figure,
seasons.
exactly. It takes a while. And if you're
How
on
long
there
was
for,
Right, Ferrandis came over and is still working shit out, right?
Yeah, he actually was looking really good too. Yeah.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
no, yeah, it takes it. The writer should. I definitely agree. Like we should get more in depth with what's going on, especially like the fans for our favorite writers. 100%. I know that some do a great job and some keep quiet, and I know that there's certain things you can and can't say still to this day. And then some are just, open. Some of the teams, like, yeah, that's fine. But then a lot of these writers, like how Prado's doing it, if he would have said, you know what, I don't feel comfortable on the bike, we're doing the best we can, left it at that, and we started seeing something else, but because of how he portrayed it, he went from a two-time champ, expectations, respectable rider, to now he's just getting shit. So he's ruining his reputation. No one's going to want to pick him up at the end of the day with all the shit he's saying about PC Cowie, who's had plenty of championship titles. I know it's been a while since basically, Villapoto, but you know what I mean?
The key, right?
Yeah.
That's it right there, which is, I don't know if Prado's going to have any blowback from this if he goes to another team and performs well. If he doesn't, people will write him off.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's losing reputation. I think people are refreshed by the fact that Prado's going, bike sucks. I don't know. Right? I can't perform on it. I don't feel safe on it. But what's the difference from somebody on the podium who got fifth, right? That they bring up and they go, what was going on, Levi? And he goes, I just didn't feel super comfortable on the bike. We're going to make some adjustments and go back next weekend. What's the difference?
Yeah, they still
What's the
Levi
difference?
rode the shit out of that bike to
When
do as
Deegan
much as
goes
he
up
can.
there.
Yeah.
When Deegan goes up there dealing with elevation, he goes, the bike was fucking up. I was fucking up. They said the bike was fucking up. No, you're fucking up. Turned out to be just a bike problem, and maybe I rode the shit out of it. Do you think Yamaha lost in sales because of it?
Well, no. But
No.
that's like
But
1 out of 1 times he has complained about the bike too. Not saying anything like that, but yeah, the writers do make comments.
Let's look at somebody else right here from the 250 class with all of the Cowie boys, right? Let's look at Seth Hamaker.
Yeah.
Supercross season, pushing that fucking thing to the limit,
Mhm.
right? Marchbanks working it, right? We even had Ty Masterpool, right? Showing us that the Cowie's capable. Now, what do all of these guys have in common? They push it, they push it, they push it, and they crash, right? Something happens, right? So, is it something with the bikes? Is it something with the riders? Well, we're seeing that from a lot of riders, right? But it's not like, Seth Hamaker from Supercross season can get up there and go, the bike's not working. He didn't say that. He got up there and he goes, I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
The bike is feeling good. So if there's a huge gap, either half of the team's not talking about it and one guy is, and maybe it's because he's wanting to get to another team. I don't know what's going on in
Yeah.
Prado's mind. I don't know if it's a difference in European riders and American riders, but if I'm not mistaken, right, we've had European riders come over here before and be like, I'm struggling to put it together. That's not
Yeah.
uncommon. Hurlings had to deal with the heat when he came over here and raced a couple of motos, and that was a problem. And he also dropped back. So maybe it might take a year or two to acclimate. Maybe he needs to be on a different bike. The only way we're going to find the answer is next season.
Yeah. No, yeah, I
For all we
agree.
know, for all we know, Prado could have made this announcement, and the next big announcement from Prado is I'm going back to MXGP.
Yeah.
Right? That could be what he means by where I belong. And I think that just means with the bike specifications, with the tracks that he likes, why not go back and try and rack some more MXGP wins?
Yeah.
You have to battle Jeffrey Hurlings, which doesn't seem like a vacation from dealing with Jet.
Especially on those tracks over there. Oh my God.
But good luck, man. If you want to go back to Lommel, enjoy.
Yeah. No, yeah, and even speaking on AP, I'm glad that he's going to be coming back. He said he's feeling a lot better. So
Yeah.
we're going to see him. We're going to see Chase at Charlotte, the first rounds of SMX. So I cannot wait to see the number 7, the cowboy
Yep.
out there, and hopefully he has been training. We don't know obviously what sickness or anything that he's been dealing with, man, but it has not been the same with
Right.
him out. And but yeah, the Lawrence brothers, man, they were looking awesome. It was really cool seeing that Hunter took the moto win in Moto 2 and Jet behind him, whether that was just some brotherly love. And I will say, just watching those two, I know we talk about it all the time, just watching those two, man, it's unreal. Jet was even gooning at the end there, having fun on his bike. I mean, you might as well have fun. You just are won the championship. Goon ride a little bit. I loved it, and it was different from seeing him just up there cruising and kind of bored.
Yeah. Also in the 450 class, we saw Jay Coop get into third.
Yep.
He was up there on the podium afterwards, looking like one of the 3 blind mice from the movie Shrek. Interesting glasses choice. I loved it. I thought it was fucking good. It was killer. I'm just being real, dude. You kind of look like the villain from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. And if you just put up a side by side by them in post, Tyler will edit this.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'll edit it.
Yeah, as I go. Maybe a side by side of him.
No,
One of
yeah,
those people.
we saw those glasses. It was kind of funny, but
It was good.
it was good seeing him up there. Especially, we just talked about him on the last pod from Unadilla, and no, yeah, he went out and kicked ass. It was really good to see him up there. And I know he's super excited for SMX. Like we've talked about, a lot of these guys are Supercross guys or SMX guys. They rather be in the stadium and be in that flow. It's just a whole different experience. It's, it is a lot of work, but not as tiring and, as long as some of the outdoors when you're there all day. So
Right.
I'm excited. And another person I really want to talk about, RJ Hampshire.
Dude. In a stat class like the 450 class this year,
Yep.
RJ Hampshire has surprised the shit out of me.
Fully.
He has been
absolutely
consistent. He's been trying to claw his way to the top. He's contended with the likes of Tomac. He's contended with the likes of Malcolm Stewart, Dylan Ferrandis, Jorge Prado for a moment. He's really put on quite the show for his rookie year on the 450.
Yeah.
Seeing how that'll translate later down the road in SMX, I'm excited to see because I think it'll kind of be his first taste into that.
Yes.
So very excited to see that. RJ Hampshire did really well this season on the 450, pretty much carrying that main stage for Husqvarna. As Malcolm Stewart was, you know, clawing and battling his way through. And I even thought that Malcolm Stewart had a really good year this year in terms of he's
Absolutely.
a really
Supercross. Oh my God.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's a really good supercross rider. So I think SMX, we're going to see Malcolm Stewart start getting in that top 5, top 3 area if we can.
Absolutely. I believe it.
But I think it'll be, and I don't know if he'll finish there, but I think he can at least put on a show for a little bit of it. But yeah, I'm excited, man. I mean, Tomac went kind of 5'8" this weekend. I think one of his big things is he's kind of conserving his energy for SMX.
Yeah.
I don't think it's like a warning sign. Eli Tomac wasn't going to win the championship this weekend. Why push and push and push
Yeah.
when it's not even necessary?
Play it safe, go into SMX, refresh, recharge, different mindset. And I think we're going to see him, because it's his last time on the Yamaha. I think we're going to see some beast mode during SMX. Yes.
Yeah.
I
Why
think
not?
we are. He is a mastermind through and through in Supercross, and just exciting to watch. Absolutely exciting to watch. I do think Jet is going to definitely be hard to beat. He's going to be hard to beat. I know that he wasn't able to, be in Supercross, and I'm sure he missed a lot. He loves Supercross, I think, more than outdoors himself. And I think Hunter is definitely going to be, a top 5 guy, because we know how he kind of plays in with, Supercross. And no, SMX, I honestly, I can't wait. And I'm like still debating, because I have credentials to go to Las Vegas to film, but I'm broke as a joke right now. So I don't know how I'm gonna swing that, or if it's gonna happen, but I hope, because that would be sick. Let's
see what we can do.
I know, yeah. We'll have to like link the Discord to help me get to Vegas for the last round to film it for some content. But no,
one man, one dream, Las Vegas.
False neutral. No, but it's I'm excited for even 2026 and kind of wrapping up the 450s. I definitely want to get into this with Jet and Hayden, especially after the post race press conference, when Hayden was sitting there saying, who's gonna sit next to the king, fully well knowing that the only person's Red Bull and goggles with his name on it is already right there. It was only going to be them two. Come on now.
Imagine going, who's going to sit next to the king, while a man who has a 450 rookie year undefeated season sits next to you. Brother, we get it. You're real good on the 250s, right? And we think you rip. You rip. This dude's doing what you're dreaming of doing next year, actively, live, right now.
2026, so he's going in just like learn. He has to go in learning. Everybody's gonna expect him to be on this chopping block, or like this high standard. Let's get this straight. Hayden Deegan's going in learning this whole fucking next season like he did. It's a very Deegan thing that they do, just like how we've talked about. He skipped out on futures, went straight in to learn faster, more efficient, get the tracks down, and not race just a couple of them, like the combines and stuff, and the futures. So it's like he's going in to learn, Can't expect anything. But you know what? It is Hayden Deegan.
Sure.
He's ridden, you know, his dad Brian's bike a couple times, even as a kid. Like, not saying like he was doing like crazy shit on it, but it's like we've seen the clips of him on a 450. I don't think he's gonna be. I think he'll be in the top 7, top 6.
Sure.
I could definitely see that.
In the top. Sure, RJ Hampshire's in the top 6.
Yeah, I could see him and Hampshire actually battling a lot coming 2026. But if Hayden doesn't just jump into SMX with the 450, which I think he'll want to do, you know, kind of what Jet did and, you know, what they've kind of always done with the Deegans. I think he's going to go in, defend his title in the 250, then come outdoor. Paula, boom, we're going to see him on a 450 just so he could wrap up that, you know, SMX, another championship. I mean, why the fuck not? Then you got Colt Davies that'll be battling.
He has to defend his SMX championship. So he's going to be on the 250, then Supercross on the 250 to defend his title. And then I think he's going 250 or 450 S or MX for motocross.
Yeah.
So it's this, when the conversation comes, it's this, dude. Yeah. Yeah, man. The clips we've seen of you on a 450 on the track you ride every day are super fast. They're super fast.
Yeah.
Sure.
But when it comes
Jet's
to
doing
rhythms
that
and
speed,
everything,
Jet did that speed on the very year, Tyler, that you're talking about learning everything.
Yeah.
So it's a different game. It's a different level.
Yep.
So it's not even like, I'm not even sitting here being like, Deegan's going to get mopped. Brother, I just talked about RJ Hampshire, top 5, almost every 450, like competing. I think Deegan's going to do great. Do I think he's going to shut out Jet?
Yeah.
But my thing is, do I think he's going to shut out Jet? Who?
Yeah.
Who?
Fucking owls.
I'm watching some of the best in the world tuck the front end with no goggles, trying to
keep up with Jet.
I'm sorry, dude. It's like we've talked about. We sat here, we had CJ Tucker here, and we're talking, and he goes, I've watched it, man. The dude's an alien.
Yeah.
The way he moves, it's perfect. Every balance, like every correction that he makes. Hayden, I fucking hope this works.
Like Deegan's, Brian Deegan says, just got to hold on and see what happens.
Hold on and see what happens. That was Jet when he was leaving 250s.
Yeah.
Jet's a lot more, no, I'll chill real quick. Oh, you left the outside open? I'm gone.
Yeah.
The only people we see pass on the outside like that, we call them beast mode. Jet does it and we go, but he didn't even look fast. He just went past.
He just fucking scooted by.
How many times have we watched James Stewart of all people? I swear to God, me and James Stewart, I'm sitting there watching the moto and James is speaking out what I'm thinking. And he goes, that man didn't even look fast. And I'm like, that's what I'm saying, brother. What just happened? Like, James Stewart voices my internal monologue as I watch him make the pass. He goes, brother RJ looked behind his right shoulder and that brother was gone. And I'm like, dude. Amen, James. Amen, brother. He was gone.
James is the fastest man on the planet.
Maybe. Sure. At the time, I think if you put him on a bike now.
Well, no, obviously, yes. But he is known for being the fastest man in the industry, in the sport, you know, whatever. But now there's Jet. And it's the way the sport is just evolving is insane. And who knows, maybe Hayden actually needs this extra power. We've seen what he does on a 250, the gaps, the lines, you know, the rhythms, the structure, and, you know, the skill. Maybe he's ready for that power. He's a 5-time champ.
Sure.
You know?
Sure. And maybe Hayden has the key to unlock the 450 that Eli Tomac couldn't unlock. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm looking at Tomac, and if anybody was going to kick it into high gear, I don't want to diss Tomac and be like, maybe Hayden will find the secret code. Brother, if it was there, Tomac would have unlocked it.
Oh, yeah.
I think when it comes down to it, yeah, dude, the Yamaha Star Racing machine in the 250 class is insane.
Absolutely. Yeah.
The Honda 450 isn't getting fucking touched.
Yeah.
It's not even close. Brother, 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2.
Say it again. Say it again.
Over and over again.
Yeah.
And people are like, I think Hayden's got a surprise for you. And dude, Jet said it best. He said it better than I could have. And he went, what'd he get today? Third?
Yeah. Dude, a lot of...
And brother, I watched that rip the life out of Hayden Deegan after he saw it. I don't care what anybody says. Watch that interview. Who's sitting next to the king? As he sits down and they go, hey, we saw a clip where Jet said that. Hayden goes, well, yeah, I think I've got a lot of hard work to... Yerp. Yerp. The chat machine went down. The yap machine went off. And Jet went, yeah, man, I just went, what'd he get today? Not me. That's crazy.
Did
I
you
wrapped
see
up the championship. I got the number 1 plate in my hand. What'd he get?
Yeah.
That's crazy. And he's on a 250 getting smoked by Joe.
By 30.
Gnarly.
40. What was it? It was 41 seconds or something. But did you see that
as
one?
Honda walks away with manufacturer of the year and they all get paid again. Yeah, Deegan, you really showed me as I'm holding my second 450 title. Third, you didn't even wrap it up early. So when the conversation happens, I chuckle because I think I'm seeing it from Jet's perspective where he goes, the dream is a 450 title. The 250 title is a start.
The premier class, is...
I'm doing what Deegan wants to do. And I don't feel pressure from Sexton. I'm not feeling pressure from Tomac. I'm not feeling pressure from Roxon. I'm feeling pressure from my own flesh and blood.
Yeah.
You're going to scare me? Not likely. Dude, not likely.
Yeah.
You better pray that I get hurt in the first moto at Hangtown, brother. That's it. That's it. If Jet's competing on the 450 nowadays, it's a rough day to line up at the gate.
And he's only getting faster. He's 20 21? 20 years old.
There,
I think
early 20s.
Early 20, like he's still young and has so much. He's going to be breaking records.
But how old is Hayden Deegan?
I believe he's 19 or 20. I believe
how
he's
old
20.
Is Jet?
Yeah, 20, 21, I believe.
Jet's around your same age, mopping the competition. Sure, maybe we get a rivalry. I'm hyped.
Yeah.
But I will say this. Before we called James Stewart the fastest man on the planet, Ricky was battling him. Reed was battling him.
No, I
Dungy
know.
was battling him.
That dude was insane.
Sure. But other people were just as fast, if not more conservative, with Ricky Carmichael. We're watching something different here. The best, the James Stewart level best, the ones who took it beyond where James took it, Tomac, is going, I don't know what's going on with this, man.
Yeah. No,
We're seeing in interviews, Tomac's openly laughing. Tomac's openly laughing when they go, how does it feel to make it out of this season? He goes, I made it, man.
Yeah.
These guys are going so fast. Dude, when you have Roxon and Tomac sitting there with Gypsy Tales and Jace, right? And they're going, it's just so fast now. They look like they're having PTSD. They're like, it's so fast. And then you have Tomac, freak of nature, going, more. Like, It's a different game, and I feel
Yeah.
like Tomac might be wanting more because he's like, they're utilizing the bike and their weight in a way we brute forced it back in the day.
Yeah.
Tomac beast mode was, "I'm brute forcing this fucking bike
Fifth gear
to go
wide
faster,
open.
to go
Yeah.
faster than it should." But the problem is Jet riding that way?
No.
He's still crushing Tomac's lap times.
No, yeah.
So it is, I think Tomac is going, the year of is over. It's over
Yeah.
because Jet's able to do it and you barely hear him move across the track. Rup, 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 and
Yeah.
he's just going off the brake bumps while other 450s are and tucking the front end,
Yeah.
right? It's a different way of riding. If Hayden comes at it with the approach of, I'm going to hold it wide open fifth gear and see what happens, he's going to get chewed up. It just don't work like that. What happened when Jet tried to push the 450 past what he knew it could do? He ate shit when he was at Hangtown.
Yep.
You get what I mean? It's the same thing for every rider. I think Jet's just going, I don't have to go balls to the walls. I can just be smart about how I roll on the throttle, my weight distribution. And if my technique's better than yours, yeah, I'm going to be smoother through the corners. I'm going to be smoother to the surface of the jumps. I'm going to be smoother in the air because my weight distribution, my technique is better than yours.
Yeah.
So when people, I've said it a bunch, I don't know if people think maybe I'm running it into the dirt. Who knows? Yeah. Could Hayden maybe have something secret that he's going to unleash next year in MX? Sure. But dude, Jet came out rookie year to feel it out at the same age and went undefeated.
Yeah.
I don't think Hayden's going to do that if Jet's lining up. Jet won't allow you to go undefeated.
Not year one. Yeah. No, there's no way.
Not happening.
Jet will basically just say, look, this is my throne. Like, there's respect here. If you race dirty, we're racing dirty back. If you want to race
And you
clean
have
and respectable, we're gonna do it back.
And guess who's mostly number two that you're going to have to contend with to get to me? My brother, who, if you talk shit about us, is going to race you just as hard.
Yeah.
That's the problem. People aren't countering in or like bringing into thought. It's not just Jet he has to battle with.
Yeah. It's
And
Hunter.
it's not just Hunter. It's not just Hunter. You're also battling with Tomac. Do you think Tomac wants to take fourth to you?
And Tomac allegedly might be on KTM. He'll be
Yeah.
on a whole other bike, whole other team. Then you got RJ. You know, you have some top people. Malcolm Stewart. Yeah, like, I don't know why I'm spacing out on names right now. That's wild. But and then you got, you know, Jay Coop, Cooper Webb. You're gonna have, Roxon, Chase Sexton, gonna be on Cowie if that is finalized. So it is gonna be cool and interesting to see the riders go to different manufacturers, especially those two. And I'm looking forward to just seeing what all happens, because, you know, every rider, like you mentioned, is different on a bike. What they click with it or they don't. It's all up to them. If they don't click on it or with it, what are they going to bring to the table? So I'm excited for next year. It's going to be awesome. I'm glad that we got through this year. We got three laces left. Three laces left. Can't even talk.
3 laces left until the corset of motocross excellence is undone.
Dude, yeah, I'm excited. So Charlotte should be interesting. I'm hoping that we do see a really good battle with between the three, with the Lawrence brothers and Sexton. To be honest, I kind of want to get back to that, and we're also gonna, like we said earlier, we're gonna have the cowboy back, AP. We're gonna see kind of where he is, if he's been on the bike. I haven't seen any, practicing. He doesn't really post too much practice stuff. Um, but I am looking forward to it. And SMX is always a good time. Everybody's super pumped with the payout. And just, the opportunity to qualify. I think it was like the top 20, 21 riders that
Mhm.
qualified in already. And I think there was a lot of people like Cody Shock. I don't know if he got in or if he has to go to the LCQ. I know he was right on the edge. Um, Unfortunately, I didn't. I still haven't. I've watched like the highlights, but every time I start Moto 2, something comes up. So I still, I know who won, all that stuff, and
Mhm.
but no,
Cody Shock
I'm
went 15th in the second moto.
yeah. So I'm hoping he made it in. Parker Ross even made it in. Dylan Schwartz made it in. I
Mhm.
think Max Volan made it in
Yep,
too. There's a lot of
from
riders that made
Sacramento.
it in. So I'm excited. The LCQ is going to be very interesting to watch. I think we're going to be looking at like some arena cross type battles, some bar to bar action, and that's always good when it comes to Supercross or SMX. I I love the battles with outdoors, but nothing compares to the Supercross battles and banging bars and that close combat racing basically. But no, I'm excited. I
Mhm.
thought it was a great year. We got through the outdoors. It was our first year as false neutral media. It's not over, and we're still gonna keep it going. I'm
3 more.
super excited before the 2025 season is to an end. It's gonna be sad, but we're gonna have some breaks. Um, and I 2026 is gonna be it's gonna be good. I think it'll be
Mhm.
less of a silly season like this season, hopefully. But no, I thought it was good. A lot of great racing. It kept us a lot of people on their toes as well, and there was a lot of great races that we could still go back and watch. So
Mhm.
I'm pretty pumped on that. But no, yeah, for SMX coming up, we'll definitely do um a bench talk. I did talk to Cole Timbo and Parker Ross. I sent them their content, but I asked them if they would be interested on coming on, and they said that they were down. I know Dane Pappas is on a 250 now, and that dude is just absolutely ripping. I'm in the middle of making a YouTube video uh, about it for the channel, so stay tuned for that. It'll be called Dane Pappas New Chapter. Super pumped on that. It's turned out really good. Um, and yeah, we're gonna have him and his older brother Mason, on one of these days talking, amateur and stuff. And I definitely want to get more riders on here because that's just super fun. Getting the take from pro to the amateur scene. But just to close it out, awesome season. Thank you guys for sticking with us for the Supercross and outdoor season. SMX to go. Leave a like, leave a comment, share, and we are almost at 200 subscribers. So if you haven't, hit that subscription link and tune in. Make sure the notifications are on, and we're we're excited. We're excited and can't wait for 2026. We will see you guys. I think next week we'll do something. Just talk, have a
Yeah.
rider on. So, everybody have a good night. I hope you guys enjoyed the racing. We'll see you next time.